beautiful people, welcome once again to HN Clothing, and in today's video we're going to be making this beautiful corset trainer here. Yes, so this is a very nice piece that I think you can use to style anything you wear, a gown, a top, anything to just spice up your outfit. So we are going to be making it together, and fingers crossed, my first time doing a corset, so let us do it together. And for this project, you see that my setup is a little different. I was able to go out to get some things. I got this plastic boning. This one is the thicker, not so thick, something I can work with since I'm just trying out for the first time. And I got this one that is way lighter. This one is just very light, and you can sew on it. Your machine can sew on this particular one, but this one, your machine needle won't sew on this. It's gonna break the needle because it's a little thicker. There's another boning that is way thicker than this, but yeah, let's work with this first. Practice makes perfect. Then I also have my bra wire in size 36 for both of them. Yeah, so I have this for the corsets, for making those corsets. And as usual, I have my front bodice and my back bodice pattern, because this is what we're going to be using for this project. Yeah, I have my markers and every other thing I would need for the project. Okay, so we are going to start manipulating the front of this particular bodice pattern. And the first thing we're going to be doing is, before we start manipulating, I had to cut it to, it was not the full length of the bodice pattern I did. I cut it to about, let's see, 19 inches. So I have it 19 inches both for the front and for the back, because if you look at it, it's basically just going to just cinch in the waist. It's not like a blouse getting to the hip or whatever. It's just between under the bust to the waist. So that's why I used 19 inches. If you're a bit taller, you can use 20 inches for your own corset. But let's see how 19 inches will go anyway. By the way, I also have scrap fabrics that I'm going to be using to test this out. And if it works, of course, I'm going to make it in a more beautiful fabric. Okay, enough of the rambling, and let us start this project. So first thing to do is we are going to be increasing this shoulder dart, right? And we already know how to increase a shoulder dart, but this time around we are doing a 200%. We're doing a 200% increase. So I'm going to come here to measure what I have here. I have 3 inches here, so I'm going to be increasing 3 inches on the right, 3 inches on the left. So if you have 2.5 here, you do 2.5, 2.5. If you have 2, 2, 2. If you have 4, 4, 4. Right? So you have 4, 4, 4. 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2. 2.5, 2.5, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to do 3 here and 3 here. And I'm going to be joining it to the shoulder tip there. After doing that, another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be increasing my waist dart to join the shoulder dart here. So it's going to come up to that point. So from this point here, I'm going to rise it up to that place. Okay, that being aside, then I'm also going to draw a straight line down from there. Straight line down. Don't worry, I'll still go over it with my red marker. Let's just do this first. Okay, now what we're going to do is come to the edge of your paper and go in by 2 inches. I'll be going in by 2 inches or 2.5 inch. And from that 2.5 inch, just raise it up to about 1 inch. Draw a 1 inch diagonal. So for me, that 1 inch is stopping there. So that means my curve is going to pass through this 1 inch point. And also, this true bust line, you know, this is my chest line, bust line, and true bust line. So I'm going to come down to about maybe like 3/4 inch or 1 inch below this bust line. let me do 3/4 inches below my bust line. So that's where my corset, the cup of the corset is going to pass through. So it's going to be a curve from here, sit on this 3/4 inch below and curve right. Now from this true bust line, I'm going to go up to about 1.5 inches. From this true bust line, I'm going to mark it to about 1.5 inch. So that will be the curve will come and pass through the 1.5 inch up onto my chest line, right from there up on. So let's use the curve and curve it. So remember, go in 2.5 inch from here, measure 2.5 inches from here and make a diagonal of 1 inch. Your diagonal will be 1 inch here, and here your diagonal will be 1.5 inch here. So diagonal is from this corner, measure 1.5 inch. From this your 2.5 corner, measure 1 inch. So now you're going to make a curve from that point. From this point, curve it to that armhole, curve till you get here. Then from here, curve, let it touch that point up onto your chest point, right? And from there, now we're going to now connect it to this chest line. So I'm going to go like so. So I'm going to come from here and just connect it like so, right? And also do the same from there, just connect it to the armhole point like so. So yeah, make sure that none is higher than the other, right? Let me see, I think this one is a little higher. Let me redraw that line. Okay, so we are having a good line now. Please don't let there be any corners. So now, since this is going to be my this will be the curve I'm going to be cutting, then I'm going to curve it. I won't make it sharp, I'll curve it. And here too, I'm curving it. Okay, so let me use my marker now to go over the lines. Let's see what the measurement is on this chest line here. So I'm having about 3/4 inches. I'm having 3/4 inches from this chest line where that curve goes through. So I'll have just been cutting it like this. So this will be my front that I'm going to sew along that part, and this will be the where the underwire will go. So this will be cut on fold, and this one, or we can even cut it separately. You can cut it separately so that there's a corset going through this front part. There's a boning going through this front. There'll be a boning here as well, then a boning by the side seam. Okay, so let's quickly do the back. So this is already my back pattern. Let's draw it from this back line here to touch this back point here at the back, right? Okay, so we'll have one dart here like so. We can also include another channel for boning if we want to. So we don't need all of this. We can include another channel for boning if we want to, so that everything is snug and fits. Measure what you have here. Measure what you have from here to here, 2 inches. So if we do another 2 inches, we can insert a small dart there. Don't worry, it's not going to affect anything. Okay, so we can have the zip 1, 2, 3. So these are my pieces for the back, right? So that from that armpit line, drew it down to touch that dark line there. And also when I was cutting the darts towards the down, I made it straight. I made it straight here. So for here, we can include another channel if you want to, but let me leave it here since I have one channel and another channel by the side seam. So I also have a small zip here so that I'll be able to wear it. You can do a drawstring or whatever, or put eyelets, but let us cut this on the fabric. Alright guys, so I have finally cut my front and my back. I also put channels for boning. I used 1/2 inch for boning, so I guess that 1 inch, 1/2 inch should be enough to put my boning in. Let's just try it and see. And also here I put 1/2 inch. We are trying it now, so let's see how it goes. Anyway, 1/2 inch round, yeah. So this is it. I'm going to cut another fabric. Since I have another one, I'll cut this one so that it's going to be like the lining underneath it, and we'll start joining it up. Alright guys, so we have sewn each of this separately. So I sewed this one, and this is the one that will have the where I'm going to put the boning. So the seam allowance was a little more than 1/2 inch. So when I put my boning now, if I try to slot in my boning, it's going to fit. So I'm going to make the boning actually shorter than the length here. You know, I'm going to leave a lot of place so that I can sew here and stitch up the ends as well. Okay, so I've ironed that zipper down, and this is how the front will look, and that will be the channel for the bra wire, and this will be for the other fabric, the same thing as well. That's this one that will serve as the lining, so it was sewn the same way as well. Great. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, before I sew them close, let's quickly attach our boning into all of these channels. So let me measure. I'm going to start from here up onto here. So I'm going to cut everything and fix it in. I'm not using my regular scissors, I'm using an old scissors I have. Okay. So do well to bend it back in place. I'm going to put it at everywhere I have a seam. Wow, so that means I got exactly the boning I needed for this project. It wasn't more than, so I think I got about 2 yards of boning. Yeah, so I'm using about 2 yards. Okay guys, so I have put my boning. You can bend it in place if it's not staying in place. First, before we sew everything closed, let us put our zipper. Okay, let's see if this green will work, because it actually looks short and it's actually an open and close. Let's see. Yeah, this green is an open and close. So let me use the green. So I'll open it up and sew this one here. Let me just pin it down along that zipper allowance. So that means all this part I'll be chopping it off, and I'm going to put the zip on the other part like so. I'll just shift it up a little so that I'll be able to sew close that part. So like I said, you could use anything you have. If you have eyelets, you could use eyelets. You could use drawstring, like to just hold it in place. But since we're just trying this out for the first time, let us use the easier one using the zip. So I'll go in and sew the zip down like so and come back. Okay guys, so I had to come on here to quickly show you the result of our DIY experiment. So after I put the boning and my zipper all snug and fit, yeah, at the back, everything is looking good. Now the issue is this part here. That's why this piece is just hanging up in the air. Even after I sew everything up, it will still hang like this. Because we don't want it to hang, we actually need to hold this part here like by 1 inch again. So that means I would go back to unravel my stitches there and hold this under the bust, directly under the bust by 1 inch. So I'm going to hold it tighter so that it sits. Can you see that it's sitting? But if I let it go, see, it's not sitting well. If I hold it tighter, it sits. So I need to go back and hold both the other fabric and this one. I'll unravel it, remove the boning, then hold it by 1 inch on this part, 1 inch on this part, so that it relaxes very well on the body. And when I now sew everything, of course I'm going to bend this boning, and when I sew everything it will sit properly on me. So I had to come and show you on here before I do behind the scenes and you're wondering why it didn't work for you. So just follow everything. That means the pattern we did was perfect, superb. The only thing is we need to hold directly under the start. That's that waist start we had there. You need to hold it more, 1 inch, 1 inch, so that everything is snug and fit. So let me do just that. I can actually just pin it up. You can pin it up and see. You can pin it up, or you can just mark it with a chalk, or you notch there, whatever. Let me mark it with a chalk so I know that is how much I need to hold for that part, right? So yeah, and everything is going to sit up well, and I'm really loving this already. I love it, I love it. So let's go and do that right now. Do that for the lining, do that for this, before you join everything together and put your bra wire. So alright guys, so we are finally getting to the end. We're getting towards the end. You can see that let me see if you see it here. Okay, you can see that seam that I showed you is just about 1 inch. But I did sew it to the end. Just stop around that your bust point there. So from there, just 1 inch, then taper it down. Just make it reduce till you get here. So I have sewn all of this, everything at the top and the zipper. I have sewn everything and it is good to go. So for us to insert our bra wire, first of all, I need to notch up all these parts, trim off the excess seams, the seams that will make that part bulky. Trim it off, trim it off. I need to iron this down before I take any other step. You can see that part. Oh, so lovely already. So I'm going to iron this down before I do any other thing. Guys, see, ironing it made a whole lot of difference, and everything up here is finished already. The only part that will be left for us to do is this part that is down here. So it's left to you to actually fold it in and top stitch, but because of this boning I wouldn't want it to get in the way. So what I'm going to be doing there is use a bias to finish off that end. But before then, we still have our bra cup, bra wire that we're supposed to put. So I'm going to be putting it inside, then sewing it close there. Okay, so you can actually bend it to form, right? So I'm going to use this part to go here like so. I'll just slide it in till it gets to the very end there, and I will use that. I'll just use my hand to guide it while sewing it in place. I will let it get to the ends of that cup so that it's going to hold fine there. Then the other one too, I'll bend it well and slide it in place. So now I'll just use my hand as a guide and sew it in place. So guys, so we are through with this tutorial, right? I have finished putting the wire. I also put my body in everything, and can you see the bottom? I used the bias to turn it in, so it's looking all snug and beautiful. So after I put my once I want to wear it, I can wear it either way, right? Because this is an open and closed zipper. So if I put it this way and close it up, let's see. Okay, so you can see it looking all pretty. I love this already. I really do love this. So this is the end of this project, guys. So you can see the inside and outside looking pretty, whichever way you want to. Just that your zip will be backwards, but who cares? So far you can rock your thing. It's gonna look so pretty. Yeah, so you can wear it this way or you can wear it the other way. But yeah, so if you did enjoy this tutorial, please do give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you're yet to, guys. I so much love you guys. I appreciate all of you. Until we see you in our next tutorial, stay safe. God bless. Bye. See, we suppose you would do like come out town.
You don't come out town, now you don't do it.